Welcome to our regular feature called Mayor and Council One-on-One. I'm joined with Councilmember Mark Pierzchala. Mark, thanks for joining me.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And Mark, can you tell us where we are right now?
Yes, this is the Rockville Volunteer Appreciation Day, where all those who have volunteered on one thing or another for the city, and it's vastly different kinds of things, they're here. They're invited to come to this Appreciation Day.
Why is it important that the city throws a party for its volunteers?
Well, we really do need to show appreciation because these people put in their time, give us their expertise, their opinions. We ask them to do things, task force and figure out, that park situation, whatever, and that's, they're giving of themselves, their time and their money sometimes.
And you started off as a volunteer in the city before you became a council member. Can you give us a little rundown of what your volunteering has entailed?
Yes, I started out as a block captain in the College Garden Civic Association, and after several years of that, I was a secretary for 2 years, then president for 4 years. I did a year as president of Town Center Action Team, so all that came before I came on the council.
And what would you say to someone, Mark, who is interested in getting involved but maybe doesn't know really what to do?
Well, there's really, I think, a couple big ways to volunteer in the city, and one is through the neighborhoods, and that's the path I chose. But then there's boards and commissions, and we have approximately 15 of those, 160 or so people on all sorts of subject matter. So there's ways, but then we also have other volunteers, people who are members of the PTA, or they run scout troops, or they're in their house of worship, different ways of volunteering.
Judging on the number of participants here at the party, it looks like we have a pretty robust volunteer kind of group here in the city.
Well, literally there are hundreds, and this will attract maybe a half of them, so you're not even seeing the full body. I mean, people are working, they're on vacation, whatever, or have other conflicts. So you're seeing a slice of it, but not all of it.
We had the chance to catch up with a couple of the volunteers at the party, and they weren't surprised at the turnout.
Well, you'll see this every year. In fact, I think there are probably more people here than I've seen in previous years. But that's very good because everybody brings a little bit of expertise and they're willing to share it with other people.
Serving on the Senior Commission is among Rockville resident Audrey Beck's many volunteer activities.
I feel privileged to be part of these volunteer activities and knowing that I contribute a lot and I get a lot back.
Throughout my life, I've had a lot of people help me out, from childhood onwards, and sometimes just get that little extra boost, and this is a way of giving back. And in addition to that, making the community better, you do realize your personal gains out of it. You certainly meet people. You meet other points of view. You learn. You stretch yourself. Sometimes you change your mind. And I think all these things are good growing things.